Subscribe to Rajshri Food and click on the bell icon for more updates.
Well, cooking out in the open can certainly be a matter of privilege in today's times. Well, today I feel like making a recipe in this village of Chindran, which is going to connect us to the power of the earth. Now, this is a very typical Maharashtrian specialty, a very close cousin of the Gujarati Undhiyo. I'm making a popti, and trust me, I'm using all the forms which are natural, traditional and superb. You're going to enjoy it, trust me. Well, the popti is generally a winter harvest vegetable and is made, of course, to dedicate to the winter harvest festival. Let's see the ingredients. The first thing is some chopped coriander leaves. To this, I'm going to add in freshly grated coconut. The next ingredient that goes in are white sesame seeds. Time to add in some spices. Let's begin with Garam Masala. Like I said, it's a very typical Maharashtrian Harvest Festival recipe, and that's why this is spicy in nature. I'm adding in turmeric powder, followed by red chilli powder. Well, in most Maharashtrian homes, generally, a red chilli powder is a mix that they usually make along with garam masala. In case you have that, please use that. Salt as required. And this is ready as the masala. The next thing is the vegetable mix. Like I said, it's very, very different from a umbadiyo or even a undhiyo for that matter. These, for that matter, use typically Maharashtrian vegetables. To begin with, drumsticks. Peel the drumsticks off and cut these into roughly 2-inch lengthwise. After the drumsticks, the next ingredient are panveli or Bhavnagri mirch. Cut these in the size that you prefer. Let's move on to spring onions. You need to use a mix of the greens as well as the whites. Next, I'm going to slit some baby potatoes. I'm just slitting them, or rather giving them an incision so that the masalas kind of seep within. Moving on to some baby aubergines, which need to be again cut, or rather given a slit. Amongst all the vegetables, aubergines are the only ones that you need to be a little careful about because these are straight from the farm and could have worms. Moving on to some raw tomatoes or green tomatoes. I would suggest personally you stick only to these winter vegetables because vegetables like cauliflowers, radish or turnip could give it a very peculiar taste to the entire vegetable. Next, moving on to some carrots. Well, just kind of snip the ends off and the carrots are perfect to go, and these are organic baby carrots. Finally, allow me to introduce you to 2 lentils. The first one is the Indian green bean or pauta, and the second one is the Indian green gram or chana or harbara. You take these with the shell, and the next step is to begin with the marination. Let's move on to the first plate of masalas and give this all a good mix. This now needs to get divided amongst all the vegetables. Let's add in some vegetable oil or peanut oil as per your choice. Now comes the most important part of building up a popti, and for that you need an earthen pot which has a narrow neck just like this. The next step is to build this up, of course, and for that I'm going to use a very typical Indian herb, and that is called Indian borage. Now, if you are into mountaineering or trekking of any kind, you will see this herb all across the mountains in India, and this gives you a very typical flavor which is a combination of mint, thyme, oregano and marjoram. What if you do not get your hands on these? If you do not, all you need to do is crush a little bit of ajwain and add in just a touch of mint. So combination of ajwain and mint would work perfectly well. The first step is to, of course, take a little bit of the Indian borage, coil it like so, and add it straight at the base. The next step, of course, is to start building it up with a combination of these vegetables. Another vegetable, or rather seed, that you would like to add in this are some fresh groundnuts, which are soaked in water for half an hour. But trust me, these are optional. Give this a vigorous shake and top up with the remaining vegetables. Give this a gentle push, and finally comes the point of sealing this or covering this. And for that, I'm going to use the Indian Borage leaves. Stuff this up till it's nice and compact, and your popti now is ready to be baked. How? We'll see soon. I began the pre-preparation area with digging a pit. Now I'll tell you how to use that. The earthenware now gets upturned onto this, and around this we need to light a bonfire. Well, this one actually is a dying cooking technique, and it's just a few like us who need to revive this and ensure that it keeps happening, because this is part of a culinary tradition of India. Well, this now is going to take somewhere around 40 to 45 minutes, of course, on an open flame. You cannot tamper with it, but ensure that you keep a bucket of water next to it just in case this goes out of hand. Well, for more such fantastic and fabulous recipes, do not forget to subscribe to Rajshri Food, like and share this video, and of course show lots of love. This is one recipe that you'll enjoy making and having with your family and friends. Bye for now.